What's up guys, today I've got my hands on a very affordable smartwatch which is currently priced on sale for under £25. This is the Haylou Watch R8. Now I've been testing this smartwatch for the last few days and I have enough info to share with you guys my full review on what I think of this watch. Now first of all, inside the box you will find, so you get a user manual, we've got a charging pad with USB-A connection and the smartwatch itself. This does not feel like a cheap smartwatch. It actually feels very well made and premium quality. The watch itself is made from a metal watch case with metal bezels and you have time markings going all the way around. The back is made from this plastic ceramic type material for comfort and you can see the health sensors housed in the center. Now the straps are made from silicone with metal buckle and they do feature quick release, so you can replace them with your own 22mm strap. On the side we have two buttons. The top button is your power button and your menu button, and it's a scrollable button so you can scroll through all the menus, and every time you scroll you can hear this clicky sound which is very satisfying. And when you press the second button it actually takes you to your workouts. On the other side we have a third button, and this one is basically a back button, and if you press it again it will switch the display off, or you can turn the display back on. And just under it over here you can see your loudspeaker for your Bluetooth phone calls and music, etc. And I'll quickly show you the charger in action. It's a magnetic charging pad, so it just attaches to the bottom magnetically, and you can plug this into any 5-watt USB source, and it takes just over 1.2 hours to fully charge the internal battery, but you are able to achieve up to 20 days of battery life with typical use, or up to 7 days with heavy usage. Now the watch itself is 56mm in diameter with a thickness of 12.5mm, and the watch weighs 79.2 grams with the straps on. Now on the front we have a rather nice 1.43 inch AMOLED display with a screen resolution of 466 by 466. So at this price point you're getting a very nice looking screen. Furthermore, it's also a responsive touchscreen, and the system OS itself is a custom user-friendly OS by Haylou. Furthermore, this watch functions by connecting to your smartphone via Bluetooth 5.3, and your health data automatically syncs to and from the watch. The watch also benefits from a multi-satellite built-in GPS, and I'm actually quite surprised to tell you that this smartwatch does also support Bluetooth calls. So when someone calls you, you have the option to answer the call directly on the watch, and I can confirm that this works on both Android and iOS. Not only phone calls, if somebody WhatsApp calls you, audio call through WhatsApp, you can answer it on this phone. You can't respond to WhatsApp messages or anything like that, but WhatsApp phone calls can also be answered directly on the watch, which is quite convenient. Furthermore, you have 24-hour heart rate monitoring, which is basically on by default and you can't switch it off from settings or anything like that. So as long as you're wearing the watch, your heart rate will be monitored continuously. SpO2 is actually on demand. It will only monitor your blood oxygen when you ask it to. So this watch does not support continuous SpO2 monitoring. The watch can also automatically track and monitor your sleep, and it tries to do a pretty good job in tracking your sleep as long as you don't wake up in the middle of the night. If for any reason you wake up in the middle of the night and say 1 a.m. you wake up, you go to sleep 1:30, the sleep tracking will start from 1:30 and it will ignore the 4 or 5 hours of sleep that you had before that. So over here you can see just this morning, 1:27 a.m. I went to sleep apparently, and I woke up at 6:48. So the wake up time is right. The going to sleep time is right as well, but I did wake up in the middle of the night. I woke up at 1 a.m. I went to sleep about 1:30, so that seems about right. But I actually went to sleep about 9:30 last night. I went to sleep a bit early. It totally ignored more than 4 hours of my sleep because I woke up in the middle of the night. So what that means is this watch cannot record multiple sleeps in one night. So that is a bit of a letdown for me. I personally like tracking my sleep. I like achieving an 8-hour target every night. That's the only way I can function properly. Now all your health tracking can be viewed from the smartphone app called the Haylou Watch app. It's available for both Android and iOS. I've got it here installed on my iPhone 14 Pro, and as soon as you open the app it will automatically pair and sync all the data from your watch to the phone, and you can view detailed reports of any of these metrics by simply tapping on them, and it will give you stats for day, week or month. If you tap on devices at the bottom, it will give you a bunch of settings to play with, and I'll quickly go through them with you. The first one is probably the most important one, watch face gallery. So you've got some built-in watch faces, but if you want to download watch faces, you've got a whole library here that you can download from. There is one small caveat. You can only download one watch face at a time. So you can see this is the one I've got synced. It's highlighted synced. If I download another watch face, it's going to replace this one. So it can't save more than one watch face at a time. Also, if you keep the center pressed, you can change between all your built-in watch faces. And I'll give you an idea of the default watch faces on the screen right now. Okay, coming back to the smartphone app, you've got your watch gallery, you've got your notifications, so you can switch on and off notifications that you want to use. We've got incoming call alerts, you can turn that on or off. I have it on. You've got anti-loss reminder, which is off by default. You've got do not disturb alarm clocks. We've got sedentary reminders, which is off by default. You've got measurement units, which you can change from Celsius to Fahrenheit, etc. Your date format, month, day, and year. That should actually be day, month, year in the UK. All right, you've got vibration alerts, so it's set on once, but other options are available. You've got options for backlight, raise to wake. You've got a monthly tracker for females. So you've got a remote camera app as well, so you can just tap to take pictures, which could be quite useful. Furthermore, we've got firmware updates, phone book, stock market, and world clocks. And then you have the option to unpair, and under me section, you can set your goals amongst some other options. So a very simple to use smartphone app. Furthermore, this smartwatch has 380 ATM water resistance. I have worn this in the shower a few times with no issues, but I've not had a chance to wear it while swimming. This is how the watch looks on my wrist. And in case you're wondering, I have a wrist circumference of 7 inches. And the watch is quite large for my wrist, although it's not very heavy. So it doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. Now let's just quickly run through the watch features. If you swipe down from the top, you've got some quick toggles for alarm clock, brightness settings, etc. If you swipe towards the left, you will see your health tiles. So starting off with heart rate sensor, then you got your daily health rings, you got stress monitoring, SpO2 blood oxygen monitoring, you got your sleep tracking, you got a music player, local weather, and if we keep going, you've got some more shortcuts here for contacts, history, and even a dialer. If we keep going, you've got timer, stopwatch, and then you've got something called personalization. If you tap on it, you can actually customize the health tiles, add and remove what you don't need. Now, if we swipe up from the bottom, you will see your notifications. So all the notifications from your smartphone gets pushed directly to the watch. If you press the top button, it will take you to your apps, and I'll quickly go through them with you. You've got activity, calendar, call menu, sports, record, dial, contact, heart rate, stress, sleep, blood pressure, SpO2, breathing exercises, notifications, alarm, music, weather, camera, find my phone, stopwatch, timer, world clock, AI voice, stock market, standby dial, settings, calculator, themes, and then you're back to activity. So again, I really love that scrolling mechanism. It feels really good. All right, so now it's time to test out the health sensors. This is the O2 ring, which you wear on your thumb. It's a medical grade SpO2 and heart rate sensor. So we're going to compare this to the smartwatch. Let's open up heart rate. You can see the O2 ring is already giving us a reading. That's 90 beats per minute. And it tells you in real time, so that constantly goes up or down. It's 80 beats per minute. And if we compare it to the medical grade, you can see that's 78 on both sides, 79 versus 79. We're actually neck and neck right now. That's just jumped up to 83. And the watch has gone back down to 78. Okay, that's jumped up to 92 now. So it took a minute to get more or less equal, and then the medical grade sensor just raced forward. I guess it's much quicker than the watch. So you can see over here 94 beats per minute, and over here the watch is still telling us 78. So that should actually go up to 94, but it's currently on 81 and that's going back down. So it just can't keep up with the medical grade sensor. Now let's test out the SpO2. So comparing the SpO2, you can see 98% on one side and the O2 ring is on 96%. That's going down to 97 versus 96. That's jumped back up to 99 and the O2 ring is 97. So there you have it, guys. That was the Haylou Watch R8. For under £25, this is a nice premium looking smartwatch made from metal, nice rugged design, 3 ATM water resistance, and you have a beautiful AMOLED display. You can't go wrong at this price point. There are a few caveats that I wish were not there. You can't track multiple sleeps in one night, but if you don't get out of bed at night, sleep tracking works well. Heart rate and SpO2 is not as accurate as a medical grade sensor, but it still does the job. It's just a lot slower than a medical grade sensor. The design is great and I love how this thing feels on the wrist. Battery life is very good. Wear it and don't worry about the battery life. This thing will last long. Only other caveat is the limitation on watch faces. Only one downloaded watch face active at any given time, and the transfer speeds of watch faces is pretty slow. Other than that, some of you guys would probably say it's only £25, we still want it. I hope you found this video useful. Do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell icon for your daily dose of the latest and greatest unbiased tech reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.